Hi everybody, Arthur Sue Thomas here. Today we're going to speak about a community of Haitian women. Don't come for me, guys. I'm just speaking the truth. In my opinion, I think we have to do better in our support of each other. In that, even from my mother's era, now we're talking in the 50s, and she was a battered wife, and it was frowned upon that you should not leave your husband. Isn't that crazy? And I know that back in the 60s here in America, divorce was at a low rate, that you were encouraged to stay with your husband regardless, especially women that didn't work. And it was the same thing for women in Haiti. But when you are, and I'm talking in general, which I wasn't, but when you are the breadwinner of your household, you bring home the money, your husband's driving you to work with your car, he's running your money, you have less say or no say, you still have to cook, clean, take care of the children while, and bring him dinner. That's our culture. Why would you want to encourage or tolerate him cheating on top of that? And the reason is status. I don't know in the current, like right now, if somebody, but when I was growing up, you didn't have a name as a woman. You were always Mrs. John or Mrs. Talbert or Mrs. Joseph. And I didn't learn. One time I went to a funeral, I was like, who is that Mrs. whatever? Who is that Jane Doe? They said, oh, that's Mrs. John. Like you never really truly have a name. So maintaining that I am Mrs. somebody status is a big, huge thing in the Haitian community. Having said all of that, when I chose to leave my husband for cheating on me because I didn't probably want to catch HIV, and on a side note, I could give you another example. You're not to leave your husband, and if both of you get sick or you get sick first and die, these are the same people that will put on their best dress and their best hats and go sing at your funeral, having discouraged you to leave him while you may have lived or had a chance to live. And I think that is a sad, and I get it. I get that, if you have, the reason most of us give is, well, I have small children, I don't want to have a stepfather in the house with them because of, whatever. And, or, well, he makes it most of the money and I'm comfortable how I'm living, right? So we give examples after example why not to leave. And, or we have a saying, "Ol pa batu," he doesn't beat you, and he pay a bilu, he pays your bills. So what? He cheats. Ki sa genye unti, passe. But they don't understand that these days HIV kills. It really does. And that's the end of you, and that's the end of your children, which they won't take in. So people have to really sit and think of their best interest and not what society will think. In my case, hindsight is 2020. You find out who knew, you know, and who's spilling the beans on who, and who says this after the fact, and who inadvertently confessed to you, and who does confess to you and really genuinely apologize. And some people, and I get that, they don't want to be the ones to give you the bad news. And I get that too. I was told, I wasn't told because they didn't know how it was going to affect my health. Yeah, my health heart attack or my health HIV, which one? Either way, it was going to affect me somehow, some way, right? So instead, I choose to come to your house. I choose to party with you. I used to go to the beach with you, have your children, have your spouse, have you over the house, and have soup jumu with you on New Year's Day to open up and bless the New Year's with you with a cup of soup jumu, and while grinning in your face and then saying, if only she knew, that husband is, yeah, right, that type of thing, after the fact. And then you had some that really didn't know, that got caught in his trap, who slept with him because they didn't know. So I'm gonna let you listen to a little snippet, and then I'll have a conversation with you. Listen to this.
My husband, the ringmaster imposter, has a pattern in which he lies to everyone and keeps the lies coming. Yep, denial. How pathetic. I wondered how his friend found out about this deep-rooted secret of the side piece and a child. Well, just like the hair shampoo commercial on television, his side piece told a few friends. Then they told 2 friends in their circle, who told a few friends in the community, who told 2 friends at church, who told 2 friends at their job, and they never told me. My husband must have been in denial and thought this rumor being spread would not eventually reach me. Most of them knew and looked me in the face and said nothing. Of course, many of these people were his friends from his youth, not mine, but we shared many activities with them as a couple. They were around me as they dined at my house. I attended dinner parties at their homes, beach parties, vacationed on numerous occasions together, celebrated Valentine's Day events, anniversaries, and wedding events. They even had the Haitian traditional New Year's soup, jumu, squash soup, at my house. Many of them lied about not knowing. They were all on the sidelines watching the freaky circus and laughing. The hypocrisy and disingenuous attitudes were clear. This fake facade further saddened me, especially when no apologies of, "I am sorry you had to go through this," were extended.
Well, Sue, I am so sorry, but I couldn't get in the middle of this. I was his friend first. It wasn't my place to tell you. I can go on and on and on. I could have gotten an anonymous write-up or something stuck under my door or mailed to me. And then just be something like, be careful, or watch it, or there's rumors out there. His mother knew. She knew. God rest her soul. She knew. But her place was to protect her son first. And I'm pretty sure he probably threatened her to keep her mouth shut. But I can't see myself laughing and giggling and carrying on with somebody I know that was being used or hurt like that, knowing what could possibly happen, knowing that a child was involved. I don't know. I don't know. I would have to lose that friendship, but because my conscience would be clear. But in our community, no. The status is bigger than that. Being Mrs. So and so is bigger than that. And we are losing so many young people because instead of leaving, many women, and I'm talking women in general, go tit for tat, right? He cheats, I'm going to cheat. She cheats, I'm going to cheat. Where does that get anybody? I don't know, but I'm talking in general that mental health is very important, because the mere fact when I left this man, people stopped talking to me. I became ostracized, enemy of the state, like I was the one that did something. So it was pretty funny to me. And I disconnected, took them off my whatever list, because it was about me caring for me. What was in it for me? What was the betterment for me? How did he, by him cheating, did that affect them? It may have affected their business, because there would be really no stability, because hey, it's out and there's so much that he couldn't do with them. So financially, some of them, it may have affected them that way. Maybe that's why I wasn't told. It really doesn't matter. But I think as a community, we should do better. And financially, you have to do, as a woman, you have to do what's right for you. If your husband is the breadwinner, then you may be in a predicament where you may stay, but use a condom, right? You may choose that route instead. And I'm being honest. I'm being straight up, right? I mean, I don't get why my leaving, and because I wasn't Mrs. So-and-so anymore, why was it a big to-do in the community? You know why it was a big to-do in a couple of cases? One person actually told me, well, when my husband cheated on me and I heard about your husband, I made my husband get a vasectomy. Did that cure him not cheating? Did you have to follow? Did you have to check his pedometer? I wasn't going to put myself through any of that, because I knew what I gave, and I knew me. And I don't play well in the sandbox. I don't share. I don't do sister wives. I don't do any of that. Once I know, probably if he had come and said, because hindsight again is 2020, when she was pregnant, had he come to me instead of disappearing and come to me and said, you know what, I'm in trouble, I got myself in a little whatever, you took off, you came, and then I guess she sent for you through friends, and then you went back and remained with this kid, coming home to me on a daily, looking at me in my face and doing whatever with me. And everybody knows, and I'm made the bad guy, and it's okay. No, community, we got to do better than that. I don't care. I don't care what your thoughts were. I protected myself the best way I could, and we know the cheating didn't stop. So I think I'm one up. And again, I love me so much. I'm going to do everything in my powers to protect me. So what do you think? What do you think the label of being Mrs.? You have Haitian women that says, I married for life. Regardless whether he cheated, whether he did this, whether I married my husband for life. Good for you. Good for you. Well, I didn't. And the Bible speaks very clearly the reason I could leave, and I left. So kudos to me. If you have any questions or want to talk about it or feel differently, or we can talk about it, because I am not in your shoes and you are not in mine, and I would never judge if you stayed. I would never judge if you stayed, and I would never judge somebody, but I was judged, which was sad. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. Go get your copy. Go get your copy on Audible, Kindle, or paperback. It's about 350-page read if you like to cuddle with a journal book. All right? Bye-bye.